Hey everyone, welcome to beautiful Skanderborg, Denmark, and the brand new The Army Painter headquarters. We just moved in a couple months ago. It's really great to be here. I'm really excited because I got to see firsthand a very new product that we've been developing, and we're very excited to share it with you. If you've been paying attention over the past couple months, you might remember a few teasers that we debuted at our 13th birthday party and some of the tutorials that we've been releasing over the past several weeks. Well, now we get the chance to share with you just what we've been working on. So let's take a look. If you're a role-playing gamer, you might want to pay attention because the products we're about to debut is a dungeon master's dream. If you've ever wanted to develop a scenery to complement the adventure you've created for your dungeon party but didn't know how, this do-it-yourself box set has everything you need to do just that. A one-stop shop to build your own dungeon. Never before have you been able to find such a collection of terrain-making products in one box, let alone at your friendly local game store. The GameMaster Dungeons and Caverns core set is the first of its kind, designed with RPG and skirmish gamers in mind. Just look at what we've been able to produce, from tiles to thrones, slime pits, dragons' lairs, and so much more. Let's grab the box and take a look, okay? So look at this thing. It's huge. I can't even see over top of it. This is a massive box, and of course, being an Army Painter product, it is packed with a lot of value and a lot of high quality goods. And you can make just about anything you can imagine with the contents inside. In fact, we've prepared a little video to show you just what you can do very simply. Let's check it out. Inside this box is everything you need to build subterranean dungeon and cavern tiles systems. This video really showcases just how simple and fast it is to create your dungeon tiles. Watch as Thomas, he's our lead studio painter in our R&D studio. He's scoring the foam with the scenery knife and the steel ruler here. This is really just mapping out what the tile shapes and sizes are going to be, very simply with very light pressure, just using that high quality ruler and scenery knife to score those lines. Then he's taking the sandpaper. This is included, and you're going to want to do this because this helps any glue or paint that you're going to put on the foam later really stick to it, and it also gives it some nice rough texture, which is better for applying paint later on. This is my favorite part when I learned this. Now that you've scored the tiles, you just take a simple number 2 pencil, a regular pencil, and trace over them, and it creates super defined dungeon tiles. It was unbelievable, super smart trick. Thank you, Thomas, for showing that one to me. So he's going to complete the tiles by retracing the perpendicular lines to make those square tiles very simply. I mean, we were able to put this video together in I mean, just under, maybe a little bit over 5 minutes. With the scenery knife, to make your basic rectangular and square shaped tiles, you can just go ahead and retrace those lines there. Super simple, super effective. Very basic and easy tiles. But the set comes with this hot wire foam cutter, which is amazing. It's amazing. It's incredibly precise. It cuts super easily. It melts that XPS foam like butter to create these really creative and organic looking shapes. There you go. You see as he pulls that piece off, and he'll just trace on the other side using that hot wire foam cutter to create any pattern that he wants. It's just so cool. It heats almost instantly, so you're ready to just start cutting as soon as you press the button activator. You can see here in this next piece where he's got 2 pieces. You can see how modular this is. You can really do what you want. He's got, we call this the pet rock here at the studio, but any rock that you find outside, it's not included in the box. You just press this down to apply a rock-like texture to the foam. Next, he's taking the steel ruler and he's taking the edge of it just to press in some of those tiles to give it a worn-in, aged, and weathered look. Now he's taking that pencil once again and he's just tracing in some crack marks. This was a really clever way to add some extra texture and realism to these tiles, and it only takes a couple seconds, as you can see. Once he's done that, he's applying some of our XPS foam sculpting glue, specially designed for adhering foam together. He's going to take an old brush, as you can see right there. He's just going to move that around to create a more natural area. And what he's going to do is he's going to take some of that scenery sand that you see there, and he's going to sprinkle that on top to add some realistic collections of dirt and rocks in this old aged cavern system that he's creating very simply. This is a little bit different than our Battlefields rocks that you find on the Army Painter tool rack. It's more realistic. It's a good mix of sand and larger rocks. Now we primed it using our subterranean primer, and we're applying a dry brush. I'll get to that primer in a minute because that's actually really important and really cool. He's just applying a simple dry brush to the tiles, and you can really see all of the weathering and the effects that he applied to it earlier really start to take shape. And this only took a few minutes here. He's applying a wash to add a nice moldy green effect, makes it look super realistic. And again, this is all super easy, super effective. Anybody can do this. It's a lot of fun. There's tufts included just to add that final touch. Bing, bang, boom, and we're done. We recorded that video in just over 5 minutes. In fact, I think it took us longer to set up the lights and the camera than it did to actually make those few pieces of dungeon tile. So really, your imagination is the only thing limiting you here. It's super fast, super effective. Make tiles for the next element of your campaign that you're running for your friends and your dungeon party. What I really loved about this when I first got to get my hands on the set was just how simple it was. And I really enjoyed getting to play around and see my own creations manifest into reality. It's really a great time. So let's take a look at some of the things that come inside this dungeon and cavern core set. And there you can see all of the products. That's everything right there, from the XPS foam, the paints, the hot wire cutter, the sandpaper. Right there, everything in that box set is everything that you need to create your own dungeon. And this is a specially designed XPS foam board. It is super easy to work with. It's structurally very strong. There's very little to no distortion, and it's great for holding any detail that you applied. It's designed to be 11 millimeters thick. That's perfect for dungeon tiles and any terrain or ruinous walls that you might want to build with this set. It also comes with that sandpaper. This was specially selected for building terrain and dungeon tiles. And here are all your cutting devices: the steel ruler, the scenery knife, and the hot wire foam cutter. The hot wire foam cutter is just amazing. It's a great value, and it's super simple to use. And the best thing about it is that you can really mold and sculpt the foam into any shape that you want. Now here is the Dungeon and Subterranean Spray Primer. This is non-toxic and water-based. That's where it differs a bit from our standard color primer sprays. There's no solvent involved. So that means that this will not melt the foam, the high-quality XPS foam, where a standard primer would. This is the genius move from this box set. It's something that I found to be really exciting because it preserves all of those details and gives your terrain and tile pieces the perfect base coat to start painting. Of course, it wouldn't be an Army Painter set without a 24-page guide, which is also included. Shows you how to paint everything, but it's got to have some paints and some brushes. We've got a mixing palette, a large dry brush, a medium dry brush, and a wash brush, and it comes with a collection of paints to paint either a dungeon or a cavern set. The cavern core base, you see that? That's that big brown bottle. You're going to be using a lot of this, so we put it in a bigger bottle for you. Same with the dungeon base color, and then you have the perfect triads picked to highlight those tiles and caverns. And here are the 77, that's right, 77 dungeon tufts, your scenery sand, and XPS sculpting glue. And this is everything in that box. You can see it itemized and listed out here. It's due out in February 20th, 2021, in fact. Suggested retail price in Europe is $89.99, and in the United States, $99.99. Of course, a fantastic value, especially when you consider that you can get all of these items. Previously, you couldn't find most of these at your friendly local game store. Now you can find them all in one place, in one box set. It's a one-stop shop to build your own dungeon. But this isn't just a box set. This is an entirely new range of products from the Army Painter. We will have supplemental products like the XPS Foam Booster Pack and Hot Wire Foam Cutter available separately, coming sometime in March, and so much more is in development here at Scannable to really complement this line. This is a new adventure for us and a new adventure for you at home. if you couldn't tell, we are extremely excited about GameMaster, and we hope that you are too. We have so much coming your way in the way of tutorials and how-to videos and tons of content. You'll get to follow that dungeon party that you've seen the tutorials about and the teaser, and just follow them around on their adventure as you choose and build your own adventure with GameMaster. If you are an Army Painter retailer, if you're a store owner, and you want to know how you can get your hands on this product for your customers, be on the lookout. You'll have an email coming from our sales department very soon. And if you're just a fan and a customer at home, just stay tuned to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll be announcing all of the pertinent pre-order dates very, very soon. Until then, if you have any other questions about this product line, don't forget to hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, any of our social media channels. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we really hope that you're just as excited about GameMaster as we are. So from Skanderbo, Denmark, I'm Adam with the Army Painter. We'll see you next time, and happy hobbying.